Hey there, and welcome back to Trainwreck, an educational monster train series where you watch me struggle at 200 Pact Shards. So, first, sorry about yesterday. No video. There's a reason for that. There's a good reason for that. And I've also done some things to hopefully prevent that from happening again. So, power outages aren't that common in my area. I normally don't have issues with this. I also have a lot of surge protection on my computer, and I'm not really concerned about the computer fragging or dying when power goes out. But last night there were some sweeping brownouts in the area, and I tried to record this episode twice, and both of them got cut and corrupted. I talked to a couple other folks about it, and Voyix in particular, and was just looking for options in OBS Studio. And I think I made some tweaks that I believe should address the episodes being lost part of it. So I think if that happens again, what'll happen is I come back in and I simply just continue the run on a secondary recording and then fuse the two videos together. I'll have to get some editing software to pull that off, but I think that should work. So hopefully that situation is resolved. Also, maybe I look into some kind of backup power supply or something. I don't know. It's obviously valuable. It's happened a couple times in history on this channel because one of the hour I record these at, right? So if there's any maintenance happening, it always happens right in the middle of these recordings. Usually I know about those in advance so I can plan around them, but still. The other side being that when storms happen in the middle of a recording, well, power supply would kind of help keep things moving along. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not super keen on completely revamping my computer configuration right now. It just takes so much effort to deal with, and I don't know. I'm just so busy, it's tough. But that's what happened. So, anyway, I have attempted to play this run a few times. The other thing that was kind of odd, the actual runs in Monster Train had like a problem with them, and either like one of them actually just did not save. So like check this out. Let me talk to you through this. Look at my run history. There's no runs here from Rector, right? Which is what we're playing today. There are no Rector runs. And there's a reason for that. If I go over here and look at standard run, it's not here either. The first one just straight up vanished. And the second one gave me some weird error message. What was it? It was like the state of the game cannot be like it said something about, oh man, I wish I had just screenshotted it if I was smart. But basically, what I did is I looked at it. It gave me some kind of an error message that talked about corrupted and save couldn't be maintained or something. So I went on the Steam Cloud and just reverted to the previous Steam Cloud version, and it brought me back to this state where none of these runs had ever existed. So kind of weird. I've never had that happen before. Well, full clarity, it actually has happened on my other computer that I did beta testing for Monster Train on back when I was doing that. And but that was a different computer that was had so many problems that it couldn't maintain any kind of history. It couldn't even save the game at that point. I was just kind of playing blind every time, especially since I desynced it from my Steam profile. But it's kind of weird. I haven't had that problem on this computer. Hopefully, it doesn't cause an issue and I don't lose anything. But hey, here we go. So that's all I'm really going to talk about here. Yeah, see, like it even remembered I was looking at Echo right last. Weird. Anyway, that's about as much as I'm going to talk about there. We are playing Rector. Our previous run was Shadow Siege infused into a Husk Hermit with a minor refraction and Sunderstone. Went crazy. It was beautiful, very strong. I think, obviously, Architect Penumbra helped. I think that run was deceptively weak at 200 shards, right? Just raw stats tends to not get the job done without an extreme high roll. And I wonder, I often think about these 200 shard runs and contemplate the fragility of a line, because consider that previous run, but I miss any one part of it. I actually think we lose, right? I mean, First Knight of the Disciples has something like 1000 HP at 200 shards. He is way too bulky for just raw stats to punch through. I think the the way you win that is probably with an additional duplicate on either the spell chain perils or the void binding or something. I'm not sure. I think you basically have to aggressively scale something and you can't just throw raw stats at it. I'm not sure. That run looks very different if I miss the minor refraction. I can only fit one of these units though. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. These are things that 200 shards reveal to me. Anyway, the other thing is I really think Rector is probably one of the worst champions at 200 shards. I think that melting in general is pretty bad at 200 shards, outside of a few very specific lines, so that's a little concerning. But I don't really have too much else to say. We're on a 2-win streak technically. We'll see how this goes. I mean, I guess you may as well break that win streak with the fact that I've attempted to play 2 completely separate runs and gotten them fragged both times, so I guess we'll call it 0-win streak. I'm not married to it. Honestly, I don't really care that much. That said, I guess I'm really glad that it happened on this series and not the other series, right? That would be pretty depressing if my 102 win streak got shot by a run just melting out of the ether because of power outages. So, but anyway, I'm not expecting any more issues tonight. Weather looks good, so let's go ahead and get started. As always, do like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, and let's see if we can actually win with Rector, right? Yeah, cool. Yeah, I think this champion is bad in 200 shards, so that's unfortunate. What are we looking at? Hope you're all doing well today. I'm having an okay one. You should expect an episode, well, today obviously, but also tomorrow. I'm going to be putting the curse seed up on Friday, hopefully, assuming everything goes well. Sadly, Thursday is one of my busiest days because it's when my Icewind Dale D&D campaign is, so it's really hard to record on that day because those always run long and are very draining for me because, well, I'm an introvert and behold the power of D&D sessions draining the hell out of my energy. But yeah. Anyway, we'll see. Hopefully I get that recording in. Maybe if this one's quick, I'll have the ability to do 2 tonight. That would be nice. So anyway, let's get in on this. Today we are default melting, default awoken. We're fighting explosive sigil, Daedalus, Rage Arcus, and Diligent Seraph. We have Hallowed Drippings, Glimmer, and Votivary. These are good, question mark. Hallowed Drippings enables Burnout Rector, which I like a lot. Votivary is just a good card. Harvest synergies, I can do a lot with it here. Glimmer is also nice to have here because this clan combo otherwise completely lacks pings, so having those are strong. I am concerned about Diligent here with the multiple unit start, right? We have Dregs and they gave me a Votivary, so units might be a risk. The other problem, of course, being that I think Harvest Rector's pretty slow if we have to go that way, but we'll see. Let's look ahead. Temples are on 3, 4, 6, and 8. Fine. Removal dupe on 8 with the magic shop. Okay. Next dupe is... Wait, did I miss it? I did miss it. Yeah, there's a dupe on 6 with a cavern and money. Okay. And then there's another dupe on 3 with pyre remains. Kind of weak. It's fine. So not great, all things considered on the dupe front, except for at the very end. That's pretty strong if I can take advantage of it. So there's that. Let's see. Steel shops are 2 with a Forced Awoken banner, 3 with another Awoken banner. Okay, fair enough. And let's see, nothing on 4, nothing on... Oh no, there's 1 on 5. Nothing on 6, 1 on 7. So pretty well split up, actually, which is kind of nice. Some of these are pretty good with the removals. Yeah, fair. Banner situation looks kind of dire. I'm going to be looking hard for an infusion. We do have restores, so I could do something with any kind of rejuvenate trigger. So, fair. Split Anvil or Bloating Fungus? I'm going to be real, I don't see us relying heavily on spells on this run. Split Anvil might be okay eventually, but with Diligent and my start, don't really think so. I'm going to grab Bloating Fungus because I do have regen, so sure, it will help. Forge says Accumulator or Dark Calling. I'm going to be real with you. I think Harvest Rector is going to be way too slow and bad into 200 shards, but I also think Dark Calling is really slow without crazy high rolls. This is exactly what makes Rector so bad in 200 shards, right? Is that the scaling is just enough for 100 shards and falls off a cliff when you need to scale much more aggressively. This is especially more noticeable into these earlier combats, right? Where I'm going way high on shards compared to what I normally would. It's like, especially things like Ring 4, Ring 5 are extremely deadly to these Rectors because you're just too slow. At 100 shards, I always click Dark Calling here, just easy. But I genuinely think it's not fast enough and it's going to be too weak. So I think we go Accumulator and we look for something like Paraffin Enforcer into a Sweeper in the back and we just kind of scale our front line, right? It could work. I have the Votavary. It's true. Sure. All right. Fine. We'll take the cash. Move on. I need to try all these champion paths anyway, right? I've never tried Harvest Rector into 200 shards. Maybe it's terrible. Probably is terrible. Spikes is really scary here, right? Just genuinely. We're going to leak a ton of damage here. I need... Oh, there's money in the middle. Okay, there's money in the middle here, so I'm not too crazy about eating the Pyre Health here. I can buy things from this upcoming shop, no matter what. So, cool. We skipped this. I think I eat a lot of damage from that. Just genuinely. Yeah, I just don't see how we do great here, right? Like, I want to play Rector bottom and see if I can stack this thing up, but... Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to play the Train Sword up top, and then we're going to burn the drippings thing. Cool, great. This is an excellent Glimmer here, by the way. Cool, cool. Love to see that. It's pretty likely I take a hit. May as well burn that drippings, take the regenerate here, it's fine. I'm going to eat the damage on top. Yeah, it's 4 damage. We just accept that no matter what. I play the dreg down below. I may as well put out the Train Stewards here. There's no real reason not to. The regenerate doesn't really do anything for me. So 2 hits, it's fine. That would have been 6 from spikes. It's true. I think it is just dreg in front here. Yeah, we don't get the kill, actually, which is kind of wild. I'll put the dreg upstairs, which gets that kill. So, yeah, that trample hurts, but we do a decent punch. Not a ton, but it's decent. I can regen a bit and get the kill. Yeah, cool. It's enough. It gets it done. 4 damage. I could have maybe taken the money, but I don't know. Wicklash is a level of scaling I think is necessary here. No matter what I do, Animus of Will, something, I'm going to need bonus damage. I think that's good. And I think Molten Encasement does not really matter all that much with Rector. It's good, don't get me wrong, but I don't think I need it. Right? I'm going to take Wicklash. I think that's more important here. I will grab Steel Enhancer, I'm pretty sure. It's cheap, it's nice, it's stats. Fine. And I go and see what unit I get. Steel Shop says Large Stone. Meh. Animus of Will. I suppose that's what we're playing here. Cool. Definitely no Large Stone. I'm going to re-roll this. Quick is not as important here. So what we do then is we do a plus 25 in this just in case this becomes my line. I think I take the cash just in case and we move on. Yeah, the plus 25 is so you don't lose to this High Priest of the Light. You at least get the swings out. And I will take the unit draft and I'll leak this and it'll be fine. We just play this stuff upstairs. Seems okay. Sure. We're gonna take pyre damage. It's just a fact here. I am going to Glimmer up top, and I am going to Wicklash in the back, I believe. It's tricky, but I think it's correct. It gets a lot of kills that power up Rector, and Rector is the real one that matters for Relentless here, yeah? Like, oh no, I lose Animus, but I actually think it's okay to lose Animus. We're using her to clear these waves and get a ton of stats. Like, my man is a Demon Fiend right now, pretty much. So I'm super okay with this. Right, he should get through this. Yeah, he does. He super gets through this. Seems good. Cool. Yeah. Honestly, well played, I think. I'm not concerned about this because Demon Fiend is pretty strong, it turns out. So we get the money, we get everything, take no damage. Sweet. Another Wicklash, I believe, is super correct here. Yep. Just have more of those. Spreading Spores in my common pack with Bloating Fungus? Sure, it's early enough. I can do something with that. Vine Mother cancels Diligent. It's bad though, right? I'd rather use Rector. Tycoon is unfortunate. Thug is unfortunate. I was hoping for something better. Okay, well, we're gonna skip these, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Take the money, it's fine, I suppose. I'm going to the right. Show me a sweeper, maybe? Large stone, burnout, again. Yo, both sweepers, okay. Huh. Now, do I need Shattered Shells scaling? Not if I can lean in on this Wicklash, which I'd like to do. So I think Husk Hermit is superior because it automatically has enough HP to get past something like Spikes on the Divinity, whereas Shattered Shell is at risk. I'm going to take the Hermit. I'm going to re-roll this shot. I'm going to give a Burnout 1 to Votavary because that's great. Large Stone we skip out on, re-roll it. Man, quick again? Gross, I don't want it. Spell Chain, huh? Was hoping for something a little different. I think it is Spell Chain into one of these Wicklashes. I can make it 0 cost, right? Yeah, true. I'll do that. And I am going to do Animus into Hermit here. It'll be fine. Sure. And now I'm looking at Caverns. Huh. Holiest Shield, Most Blessed Sword is pretty okay. I think I will just take the Skull here, just kill a mini-boss. Please and thank you. Sure. Okay. This is fine. Really nasty shops. Getting both quick and large, the two I don't want. Endless might not have been great either, but, you know, fine, I suppose. I don't need quick because I'm going to be relying on Rector's gigantic HP stat. Let's cut this a couple stewards here. Right? I'm looking for most likely the magic shop here. Get a -1. So I want to save some cash, but there's money there, so I'm going to buy another removal. I want to clean up a bit walking into this combat. Right? 60's enough for now. I don't need this intrinsic, right? True. Alright, let's go. Cool. Not very strong, but I think we get through this off the back of Rector and whatever I can get out of this regen. Interesting. It's going to be Hermit, Rector. I'm going to play 2 Wicklashes here and leave in the Spell Chain copy, and that'll be fine. Give me a unit, please. Thank you. Great. You'll love to see it. I will put in Spikes here. because the spikes do a lot of good damage here. Neat. I have these Hallow Drippings coming up as well. We just Votavary upstairs, right? And then I immediately Glimmer everything and it's fine. And then we just get the Train Steward killed. This looks good as long as I hit, yeah, okay, as long as I hit a Hallow Drippings here, which is great. Seems good to me, right? Rector's getting a lot of stats. Now, we're probably leaking this back dude, right? Like, there's just no way I can see us killing it here, so it's fine, but... And we just get a ton of units slain here. I mean, we take some hits. It's just kind of what it is, I suppose. I don't think there's anything I could have done there. I will play... Spreading Spores here, and I'll put in the Restore. Cool. A lot of stats, which is good. Phew, okay, I was worried about this, worried about Yawn stats, right? I was like, I need a little bit more burnout here. Fortunately, we hit both of those, so I feel pretty good about that. Yeah, I think we get through this, right? Yeah, cool. Good enough. Good enough. Rector has so much HP there that I think we're in okay position. Take 9. I don't think that was avoidable. Formless Child? Battle Votavary? No, I don't think so. Sacrificial Resurrection's kind of weird. Remnant Pact? I could theoretically Endless Rector, but that requires I play on a lower floor, which means I need immediate scaling. I don't think I can do that. No, I don't think it's any of these here, right? Yeah, we skip that. Paraffin Enforcer. Well, shame. That would have been pretty good. That would have been pretty good, but I think it was correct to do what I did, right? I think so. We can rely on Wicklash here, right? I think so. Now, you could still take Paraffin Enforcer and try to throw away Rector and use the Paraffin Enforcer here, but the problem, of course, becomes it just dies. It doesn't have nearly the survivability. Thorn Hollow is an also kind of interesting pick, but I don't think so. So I think this win is a lot safer at 100 shards. Imagine this run at 100 shards. You just have Animus of Will, you have Dark Calling, I take this Paraffin Enforcer, we create a super floor. We already saw Quick plus 25, which honestly is sufficient, and I think the run wins at 100 shards just that way, which is cool. That's a very confident line. Now that probably wins at 200 shards as well, if I can face tank for the Animus, but I don't know. I wanted to try this. We'll see how this goes. This might just be a run where obviously I should have just played the Dark Calling line that I know so well, but you can't know, right? You can't. Yeah, I don't think I take any of these from this position. I'm looking for Wicklash scaling here. We're going to skip this. I'm looking for card draw, and I'm looking for spells that replace themselves. So aka Spreading Spores, right? I want to go to the right for the magic shop here. This is failure. I'm going to take draw. Of course I take draw here. Yeah, this is good. We go to the right. I need these magic shops for sure. Give me a -2, coward. Sick. -2 into Spreading Spores is enormous. Excellent news. Permafrost, huh? Very strong into Petrified Skull, by the way. I should almost certainly click this. And I will. It's going to be Accumulator 2. We're going all in here. The question you have to ask yourself is the -1, which puts me at 165, which makes it unlikely that I could afford a holdover. If they showed me a holdover, I could do some dirty work with this Spreading Spores, or I could +10 in Piercing Glimmer. I'm not as keen on that, I don't think, but, you know, fair enough. Let's spin it. The holdover possibility here is too tantalizing. We miss. Truly, I could actually just Spreading Spores. Double stack it, actually, though, right? Is this good enough? I think I have to -1 this Wicklash, or I just lose, because I am planning on duping that, and I'm not seeing a magic shop for the next dupe. Although I might seriously consider. Yeah, I'm going to -1 here. I don't think that is a worthwhile take. Okay, 20 in Consume. I'm going to put that in one of the Glimmers. I don't need both of these. Cool, fine. And I think I do 10 in Piercing the other. Yes, I think that's right. We do not do a Pact right now. We're way ahead on shards, but I think we're good. Mark of Invasion is a pure positive for me here. Yep, pure positive. It's just Votivary, Rector, Animus thing. I play the Spreading Spores here, and I have to put in the Glimmer, because again, my man is doing zeros, which is a concern. Please draw something that boosts damage. Thank you. Thank you a lot. Right, because they attacked into they would have attacked into spikes. That's not funny. It's okay. We do the Wicklash here. We go crazy, I think. I play the other Wicklash for sure. We're gonna eat it from this defender, but I think it's just fine, and I take the money. Man beats the hell out of me, doesn't he? Jesus, yeah, he does. Yikes. That man is also beating the hell out of me. This is exactly the problem with something like this Rector, right? This is fine. You take some trades here on the 100 shard runs, but 85 into ring 4, this mid game is so powerful, right? But yet I have to do this, right? How else do I get to 200? This is the problem with Trainwreck. A lot of very solid lines that just skate by and skirt survivability just fall apart. Like, I'm not dead here, right? This is 11 by 3, so 33, but like, Jesus. This man beats me. Like, I'm almost dead after that combat, right? Like, that's wild to me. Drippings up front. We play the Votivary here. That's good. I do play the regen. Need to get units killed. And I think I do play the Glimmer downstairs just to soften up that floor. True enough. It's fine. I'm looking for offensive scaling in a big way here, which is not very obvious, I suppose. It's tough. Like, I look and feel pretty strong right now. Like, we get through this, but it's not good enough. Like, we ate too much damage here, for sure. We obviously win Relentless, but it's not good enough, right? It's not good enough, yeah. I don't like it. Yeah, not a fan. We ate, like, what, 80? 63. Obviously, some of that was from the trial, but I think it's okay. And these don't help me. I need offensive scaling only. Although I should really respect... I should potentially consider respecting that I'm going to lose Wicklash. But I can't be taking bad spells that don't help me. Votivary's okay. But I don't get scaling from Harvest here, so I'm just going to skip this. I don't need another one. Shard Channeler. Is that an option? No, I don't think so. Focus Growth is fine, but I think I can just rely on the regen to do it for me, right? Yeah, these don't help me enough. We skip them. I don't feel great about this. Give me this Divine Artifact. Yeah, absolutely. Worn Grindstone. Yeah, please. I click that for sure. What is this? Oh, Hope for Peace. Neat. Right, I forgot I was getting two at once. Cool. I need to go to the steel shop. I'm looking for another multi-strike, most likely. Yeah, or, you know, any kind of upgrade into this stupid thing at all. Also, the Pyre health is pretty good here. Quick, come on, please don't do this to me. I don't want quick. How many steel shops am I seeing still? I'm going to the next Hellvent because I need the Wicklash badly. And I'm going to the steel shop here, most likely on ring 7. And then I'm definitely going to the magic shop on ring 8 because the removal dupe, I can do something stupid with spreading spores. So I don't have to take this. I'm going to re-roll it. God, it's quick large all the way down. This is, I mean, this is exactly the run where you look at this and you go, don't we just kind of lose, right? Like, what is the play here, right? What is the play? By 180, I get a 75 from these combats. I go to 90, 75, 155. Can't do much at this Merchant of Magic, but I think I have to go to the Hellvent anyway, right? So we do take a removal then into the other Train Steward, yeah. Oh man, board. I mean, I have to click this, right? How in the universe am I getting to 200 shards otherwise? I mean, Root Slip Mask is pretty good. That's a pretty good pickup. That makes me feel a lot more confident into this run in general. Spikes is a great way of dying. We don't click it. I don't know. I'm not feeling great here, right? Is probably the best way I'll describe it. I'm just not. I feel like this kind of a run skates by at 100 shards, but we have to be way too aggressive here. I think this just loses. I'm going to save this Hallow Drippings. Cool, a harvest. You'll love to see it. And then we just play regen, I suppose, and it's fine. I do have the access to this Petrified Skull now, which is pretty good as a consume. Yikes, that was scary. I need to get dregs killed off floor. I could just save this HP here, or I could work on the next floor a little bit. I think I will, actually. This floor concerns me. Yeah, sure. It's a lot of damage coming in, but we're going to be okay because Rector does work here. Yeah, Rector is pretty good, it turns out. And we just play a bunch of regen here. It's powerful, and I do take the Glimmer here. Cool. Yeah, I think we're going to be okay on this particular combat, which is good to see, right? Yeah, good to see. We're not doing great on regen, but it's just enough, and it is doubled, which is nice. So there's that as well. Play the Wicklash. We're slow on damage. I need more of these spell chains, I think, is the just obvious take here, right? Yeah, it's just super obvious. And we get to the point where it's all about Rector 1v1ing this boss, pretty much, is just what's going to be happening. My man has 200 life. He's fine. Yeah, he cruises this. He actually gains HP on the combat, which is kind of disgusting when you think about it. But it's all about him for Relentless on this stage. And he 1v1s Divinity if we can get him there as well, so that's pretty cool. Okay, we didn't take any damage. Go us. Resin removal's pretty solid. It's a good card. I like it. It's a good card that I like quite a bit. I should click it. Yep. Edge Prior. Nope, these cards are bad. I should maybe consider spells, but man, I don't know. Let's go to the dupe. No choices. Plus 30, a purge. That's not what I want either. I'm gonna dupe, of course, this spell chain Wicklash. I think that's just correct. Petty theft? I could get some cash here. It's not great. I think I actually value the aggressive so much more here. The Heaven's Gold, yeah. I need to take shards, don't I? How am I getting the Divinity at 200? I dupe again the Wicklash at there, so that's another 10. So that's 120. I probably have to do a self-infuse of a Dreg, which goes to 145. I get this Relic, which is 160. And then I take 25 at the end, which is 185. So at best, I have to take the 15 here. Okay, we're just gonna have a 42 Glimmer here, I guess. This is not my holdover if they show it to me. I kind of wish it were. Maybe I dupe this. Then we just play that a bunch. It's a good spell, right? Use it to send bad, scary waves. I actually think I might just put a plus 30 in this Glimmer and then duplicate this for 15 shards, which is kind of fun. I don't want to purge. This seems good, right? Piercing 42 damage, AoE, and a heal. Yeah, that's pretty solid. We're just going to do that. And this puts me on the path of victory here, right? Because it's 140 from the Horde. If I dupe a 10 at worst, it's 150 on ring 8. Then I self-infuse a Dreg for 175. Take everything from that temple for 200. Even. I always have something. Take magic power. Okay, well, that's good. Especially since I'm scared of Rage Arcus here, so... like a single bad floor and we kind of just wipe on my 34 pyre health, but at least we have Heaven's Gold. Oh boy. This might actually get there if I can pull off what I need to do. Really unhappy having the Wicklash here get screwed like that, but I have to play top. I need the time is the thing. I'm going to heal an enemy downstairs. What am I drawing into here? I have another Wicklash I can use. Yeah, so here's what I'm going to do. I want to save these cards. So I'm going to do this, and then we just accept that. That was maybe a really bad decision. What was I smoking? Oh my god. I rationalized that. I wanted to play it twice, duh. And I mean, now I lose, right? Look. Look. I don't want to talk about it, okay? That was a dingbat decision that I'm making. Like, obviously, you gotta do the math, right? So you play one, we sacrifice the other every time. I didn't do the math right. You give up that one restore, of course you do, duh. Duh. And now we have enough burnout to actually get through this, right? Duh. Hey, look, we're gonna make it now. Cool. Yeah, obviously. Look, I don't want to talk about it. Do not want to talk about it. It's cool. It's late. We'll be fine. We're fine. This is the harvest. You just send this on the Glimmer here, right? It's pretty good. Cool. I let that harvest happen. It's fine. I will take the resin removal. Sure. I think I will burn this Glimmer here. Sure. It's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Just get units killed off floor. and just play a ton of Wick Lashes, then the Weight of Contrition. Yeah, I mean, this gets there, right? I think we get through this combat. Yeah, I think this is good enough. I will take the Glimmer here, I'm pretty confident, and then I take the Restore. Yeah, cool. Seems good. This is the, yeah, this is the nasty one. It's okay, that's a turn I do not mind letting go away. Right, we just kind of let this sit. Sure. Seems fine to me. We should get through Relentless here. Yeah, for sure. Cool, and then I even have tons of Wick Lashes here for scaling purposes. We get enough regen here to matter. Yeah, we'll be fine. The regen ramps pretty quickly after a certain point, which is kind of cool. It sure do be kind of cool. I may as well Petrified Skull this man, right? Sure, why not? It's fine. Yeah, we're good. We're cruising, in fact. Seems good. Cool. I mean, just pretend I didn't screw up that by clicking too fast at the beginning here. Right? This is a case of I just disrespect this series a little more than I probably should. Wickless Recruitment is cute, but wrong. Formless Child is not it. Intent on Death does very little, although I guess you could remove Consume and do some maybe cheeky and infinite with Votivary, but no. I just draw more cards, I think. Just draw me around faster. Seems good. I do want to see something to put into my Husk Hermit, so we go right here, for sure. Snag that Horde every time. I'll take a Winged Steel. Draw me faster, I think, is great. First Hell Pact doesn't add much to me from this position. Just take that Winged Steel. I grab Accumulator 3 here. You could take the Dark Calling in order to attempt to stave off possibly losing your Sweeper in the back, but just play better, Forehead. I swear to God, if this reroll is a quick, I'm going to lose my mind. I should take a +10, right? Should I? Doesn't even do anything. Don't even humor the idea. I would take the Spikes 3 over that. Oh my God. I mean... What? I'm buying quick now. It doesn't matter, but fine. There's nothing else I can put in this stupid unit. Here, have a Battlestone. Because, I mean, I'm definitely going to ring 8 on the removal dupe. Like, 10 times out of 10. So here's 10 HP, I suppose. Fine. That's depressing. I don't want to talk about it. Wow, that's bad. Wow, that is bad. I'm actually going to cut Restores. Oh, no, I shouldn't. Diligent, right? I might just lean into the Spreading Spores here, though, as like the saving grace for Diligent. Maybe. Let's look at the Caverns real quick. Minor Refraction. I could make him huge. He's huge. It's terrible. I'm going to make him small, I guess. Fine, he's tiny. I can't make more of these. It's not like I can dupe this, but it does let me at least get dregs killed on the floor, which I guess is something. Fine. It's a very minor buff. Sadly, much worse than it could have been. I don't mind, now that I have them one space, I don't mind these dregs because they can actually provide extra harvests. So I think I actually genuinely just remove Restores here. I really need to respect Diligent, I think, actually, right? Yeah, I'm going to cut the dregs, make my first draw stronger. I only need to leave 2 dregs for the self-infuse, so sure, let's move. Cool. That's a tragedy of a run. I think we lose this, by the way. Heaven's Seal. I think I need this power up, but I'm very scared. Is this a horde? We can take this. I have Root Split Mask. What could go wrong? I'm taking this because I feel so unconfident in my line that I genuinely believe we need to just high roll here in order to have any real shot of winning. I'm just going to be perfectly real with you here. We Wicklash and then Hallow Drippings this. I burn the Dreg, play the Votivary. We double Wicklash because that's a good draw here. Yep. And we pray that we win this. Ah, we win this super hard thanks to that Glimmer draw. Beautiful. You play down the Votivary. Cool, cool. You'll love to see it. We get the Dreg in now. 164? That is enough to kill this man, so I will just burn the Glimmer here, I believe. Sure. It's good. 62 will kill him on the next turn. It's fine. Like, this is a really good turn, right? This is the turn of just play a million Wicklash and then play a million Spreading Spores, and that's also strong. And then we actually just play the Hallow Drippings here and we're chilling. Like, we get through this here. We're strong enough to win right now. But I think Diligent poses a serious threat to me because I lose all of my good spells very fast. Right? Like, that's actually very bad. So, that's a bit of a concern. Yeah, that's not good, right? I don't care about Glimmer here. I'm just going to take the regen procs, I believe. Sure. I think I need to duplicate the Spreading Spores to not lose this run, is my honest take. Like, at this point, this ramps very quickly, right? But like, we obviously are winning Relentless thanks to this whole situation, but I don't know. Does this beat Diligent? In its current state, this ramps fast enough to beat Divinity, I believe, right? Thanks to Root Split Mask. I mean, just thanks to these Spreading Spores going absolutely ballistic, right? I mean, that's 34 regen out of the gate, which is pretty cool. Our man has too much survivability. So, okay. Okay. Wicked Blaze? Remnant Host is way better than the Dragon Fusion here. I put that into Votivary, and we let that represent a ton of stats, I believe. That's great news. Yeah, it's much better than a Dreg. I need to take a spell. I'm going to just grab Wildwood Tome because I would like a spell. Sure, we go to the right now. I have to go ham. Briefly look. Spell Chain on Spreading Spores. It's not ideal, right? Because it costs Ember is the problem. The upside is it lets me remove Restores, and I dupe that. We're going to do the Remnant Host nonsense here, for sure, into Votivary. This is just more scaling and more tanking for Rector, which is great. Cool. I have to take everything, I believe. I could cut the Restores here, right? Which is a nice touch, I believe. Huh. If I cut Restores, I replace the restores with the spell chain spreading spores. It's pretty good. I think I do need to duplicate this thing. I think the spell chain spreading spores is actually kind of ridiculous. So we're going to do this. And I'm going to immediately turn around and dupe that for 20 shards. Right? And this should address Diligent, which means I cut restores now. Because remember, this beats Diligent because one spreading spores generates 2 cards in my deck, right? So I stay ahead of Diligent, which is very good. We cut the restores now, and we just play these spreading spores infinitely pretty much. We're at 200 shards. Petrified Crucible with all these spreading spores. Yeah, okay. I have no drop cage synergy. Sure. Trader's Quill, no thanks. Hammered chest plates is probably better than I want to give it credit for. 20 consume, another restore. That's great news. Just get this out of the deck. I like that. I want to replace my entire deck essentially with these spreading spores. I'm going to take a -1 into the other Wicklash. I want to play this every time I see it. Permafrost. No. Spin it. Double stack. Think we're going to be okay. I'm going to put a -1 into resin removal, make it free. It's a good card. What is this, a +10? I'm going to -1 +10 to restore, I guess. It's a pretty decent hit, right? I don't need to play the resin removal every time. I want to play this restore every time. Sure, that's fair. And then I'm going to... The regen is more important. I'm going to take the HP. I'm going to leave the cash now, I think, for the Heaven's Gold. These artifacts don't provide enough value to me. I could purge the last restore, which really cleans up this deck in a very scary way, actually. Honestly, that's really good. I'm gonna purge the restore. Yeah, okay, we go to 210 and I'm fine with it. Do we win? I don't know. Let's find out. 210 out of 100? Okay. We're pretending that reset earlier didn't happen, by the way. I'm just going too fast because I want to record another episode tonight, and I'm disrespecting the series. It doesn't really change all that much, so it's fine. A good burn on this Steel Enhancer, by the way. Do I play top or bottom? Definitely top, right? There's just no universe otherwise. Because I have to take advantage of Root Split Mask here. So we burn Steel Enhancer. Yeah, it's gone. I play the Wicklash. I do put in Hallow Drippings here. We play Spreading Spores. Create some crazy copies. I am just going to burn a unit here. I think that's good. Or burn those units down below, which buys me time. And I let the Vengeful Shards bounce, I'm pretty sure. It's going to be a Hallow Drippings burn, for sure. I will get the Dread killed middle, I think. I need to play the Wicklash. It's too important. Okay. Dread, go away. I need to play the Spreading Spores, I believe. I need to get these in the deck. I'm going to burn this Restore. I'm going to just bounce the Shard. It's fine. We're looking okay. Scaling is pretty decent here. Right, like, this is a bad turn, right? But I will just burn the Wildwood Tome here. It's fine. Goodbye. Oh, resin removal. Diligent, because holy crap. I take 1 damage for it. You know what? Fine. I am 100% okay with that. And I actually was intentional, by the way, to put Quick again on the Hermit. I would rather that Hermit sweeps and then Rector hits. Because if I give Quick to Rector, then he does that. He kind of goes too crazy. I need to play the Wicklash on this turn, so we are burning Restore. We need to play Wicklash, Wicklash, and then I will take out the Mutilations here. We need to stay ahead of the curve and beat the big heavies, right? That's the real trick here. It's Remnant Host down. Good. And now, right, we just play the Spreading Spores and we go crazy here, I think. I will play the Self-Mutilation and play another Spreading Spores, and we just bounce these Vengeful Shards. It's fine. This is damage I'm happy to take here. It's just fine. Incoming Votavary. I want to kill this Self-Mutilation. And now I just play a million Spreading Spores, I'm pretty sure. Right, just play a bunch of these. I do value the Wicklashes more than the Spreading Spores, so we just do that. Cool. It's fine. The drafts actually help, by the way. Like, they do a genuinely decent job of what they're doing here, which is cool. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. I will play the Mutilation. Spreading Spores can go away. That's fine. I am, for sure, still playing Wicklash and just eating some damage here, I think, right? I guess I'll take stop the 1 damage coming in, sure, why not? Cool. I think we're fine. Rector is going to 1v1 Patient pretty confidently, which is cool, right? He super wins. We have 200 damage in the back, which is pretty neat. Take another 1. It's weird because I'm definitely not being able to play all these Spreading Spores, but just being able to play any of them matters, so I'm okay with it. And like right now, you can see kind of the big advantage of what I'm doing. It's just all Spreading Spores, and we just play as many as the game will let me here. Right? It's very good. With this much regen, we're fine. For sure. And then here comes Votavary. We win. W for sure. You just play as many Spreading Spores as this game will let you play, pretty much. And you can see this easily overwhelms the boss and we win. So, cool. Yeah. 43 regen, 100 damage spikes. Seems okay. I can even just shoot this man in front for finality here. Just punch him. Seems good. Didn't matter, but it's fine. My man is 1,000 HP. He wins the Relentless. It's no big deal. Okay, let's move on. I think we refined this down to a win, which is pretty cool. That's pretty good. I'm actually a little surprised this wins, but, you know, the truth is Root Split Mask is the big carry here, so there's that. We just play top floor. It's good. Play Spreading Spores a bunch. Seems okay. I want to save these heals for something else, I think. Yeah, I need to make sure I'm healing my man upstairs here, which is otherwise kind of terrifying. Oh my god, I gave a purge to the stupid restore, which, look, I don't want to talk about it, alright? Wow. Wow, 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 that's wild. I can't believe I didn't think about the ramifications of that. I'm gonna take out these damage shields. Unreal. Unreal. Wow. Wow. That's extremely funny. Play all the Wicklashes. They matter a bunch. I'm going to start doing some Spreading Spores in the back here. I think that's good. I'm also going to drop the resin removal downstairs here. It matters. We clean up top, which is good. And I should redraw around into enough heals that we're fine. Yeah, like this is a great example of just play Glimmer. Cool. And now I need to just put enough regen into our back friend that we're going to be okay. Because front guy has 100% stabilized here, right? Yeah, front friend is 100% stable here, and then Rector just 1v1's relentless. So, honestly, optimal. I do want some regen in front, just a little bit. 100% focus on back regen here. It is important scaling for survivability. Yep, thank you, Root Split Mask, for preventing me from losing here, because I definitely lose here. Otherwise, pretty confident I am going to have to, what? 424 mana is a lot of life. I was really hoping here that, I guess I could. He has, what, 15 regen? He's fine. I'm going to start doing spikes in the front, actually. I think this actually will matter, right? It gets him over a certain threshold that I think is relevant. I might still have to shoot him, though, is kind of the big scare. Believe the power of Glimmer. It's OP. Kill everything. Good job. Go team. And then you just spreading spores the back. Wicklash the back. Keep doing it. I do want to clear spikes in middle. I think it matters a lot. And what did I spawn? Oh, just High Priest? Sweet. I was worried about Spike's Lad. He would have been a problem. Yeah, it could have been First Night as well, which would have also been very scary. Let's just play a Spreading Spores here. It's fine. Cool. Great news. Honestly, optimal. Very optimal. We win, right? Yeah, we win. Great news. My man has, excuse me, 800 HP here. And now we just lean into this. And I actually... Oh no, we kill the Pyro Wings. So I just shoot the boss, I think? Right? I don't have to do it now, but I will shoot this man, right? Yeah. Yeah, Harvest Rector 1v1's God, for sure. Cool. Hey, Glimmer means I have a really good next turn, which I love to see. And then I just play a disgusting number of regen hits, and we are very strong, right? Like, there's no way we lose here. It's actually impossible for us to lose. Rector 1v1's everything, which is neat, I suppose. My man lives. Oh, I was going to say he lives with very little HP here, but we can do it, right? I can save a little bit by just popping Mr. Frontman. Boop. Cool. Meanwhile, Rector is invulnerable. Sweet. Cool. All right, we take these. All right, good job. Go team. I broke sound again. 1,250 HP with a lot of regen. Seems good. Cool. We'll take it. Honestly, good run. I think we answered the questions. The big winner here is Root Split Mask is strong. It basically gives me an extra round to kill anything, which is really important for a sweeper. I am going to treat that as a win without a reset, because the reset was stupid on my part. I even said the words correctly and then didn't do it right. So obviously you have to play the full stupid Wicklash. We're kind of dumb. Anyway, let's go to the run summary. I think I might have enough time to record another episode. Hype. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to be real. I didn't think this run would win. This was all in on like regen with bloating fungus, and then my only scaling was Wicklash, which is okay, but not amazing. And this Husk Hermit whiffed on every single meaningful upgrade, which is kind of unbelievable. The quick was fine. It didn't provide that much value. I was happy to just eat things on Rector's HP. The only concern would have been the early turns, but we had the answers, so I didn't really care that much. Things like the Glimmer, right? Big Glimmer energy does just so much work there. But yeah, interesting run. There's really not a lot to say. I mean, it's all root split mask and then regen, right? And then Rector just 1v1ing Relentless because he's ridiculous. He has 1,250 HP. And this is how you have to play Harvest Rector, right? You can't play Harvest Rector in a Harvest run, which is very counterintuitive, but super correct, because Baron scales way too slow. He scales too slowly. You can't rely on Rector scaling because you can give Baron multi-strike. You can't give Rector multi-strike. So you need Rector to serve the role of an impenetrable frontline. Essentially a frontline that does not die. And truly in this run, he didn't. He was indestructible. There were some turns he might have looked like he was dying before I played my cards, but he was never really in any threat. So and then honestly, I didn't need the petrified skull, but having it made me feel a lot more comfortable into those mini bosses, especially if I hadn't had the root split mask. I think we might have still lost. This relic really saved us, I think. There's just no way around it. So, but that's good stuff. That is good stuff. 3 on the series, unreal. So, okay, fair enough. Well, hey, thanks a lot for watching this, I guess. I really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like or a dislike if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.